Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dying Time is here once again at the Pus Bucket. Yes, it is the stadium for Pus and Pestilence. We have Pus and Pestilence versus Nurgle's Leftovers, which is ironic because Pus and Pestilence is a Nurgle team, and so you're going to have Nurgles versus Nurgle's Leftovers. So I suppose this was the main Nurgles, and the other ones will be their leftovers. And we got Patches here to help us. She's jumped up here and asked me why I'm screaming at a screen. Oh, and we have a star player, Mr. Flameface, apparently. Alright, and here we got Nurgle's Leftovers with the skeleton who's given a peace sign, yes, because you know the Undead are all about peace. You can tell that mummy's saying, give peace a chance, man. That's what the arms crossed across the chest means. Alright, so as that ghoul chews his helmet and Patches runs around on my lap, let's see who is going to get the ball first. And of course it doesn't tell us because this is in our replay. Set up your team. Alright, looks like it's going to be kicked off to Nurgle's Leftovers. Or sorry, the actual Nurgle team. Wait, which one is which now? Okay, that's one thing. These guys actually kind of look a little bit alike. I guess, yeah, it is the Nurgle team, Pus and Pestilence. Setting up now. They're leaving their star player in the front. And there's checkerboard around there, whereas while Nurgle's Leftovers is a bit more scattered. And so Nurgle's Leftovers kicking off to Pus and Pestilence, and they can't seem to catch it. So they're going to set up their box around where the ball landed and do their blitz over there on the left. That's actually kind of interesting, seeing as the run is clearly going to try to happen on the right, but they're going to clear away on the left. Maybe it's that they don't want to get them swinging around into their flank. And yeah, so it looks like actually they're going to do less of a box and more of just sort of setting up there in the front so nobody can get them, and they would be a little more vulnerable on the flank, but of course that's where they're attacking to clear that way. So that seems to be the Pus and Pestilence coach's strategy. And using his block to stay on his feet and knock down the lineman. Here he comes for the pickup. And who has that ball there? Who is that? Gurkle, the Pestigore. Gurkle the Pestigore has the ball. And now for Nurgle's Leftovers, the Undead Nurgle. I think that was the idea of it, is that they are Undead Nurgle. We're going after them, and so it is Nurgle versus Undead Nurgle. Always a good fight when you got that happening. I've said ever since I was a little kid, you know, you got Nurgle versus Leftover Nurgle. It's a good game. Alright, and they are going to come around the flank, but of course because... Oh, and it's as a result of Pus and Pestilence knocking them back on that side, they are not able to make it. In fact, they even went for it with one of their players and fell down. Ooh, ended up off the field as a result of an injury there. And it goes to a turnover. And so now, Pus and Pestilence moving forward on the left. And going for it over there. Taking a risk on their first play. Gonna rush a little bit more. They have some people wide open. And going for a blitz. Knocking the skeleton back. And now he's wide open. It looks like... Oh, no, it looks like they just basically opened themselves up for a run over in that direction. However, they are not going to be able to blitz the ghoul over in that direction, so... They just simply have to deal with what they have. I'm curious to see now what Nurgle's Leftovers is going to do. They just keep clearing on the left. Okay, now the ball runner is going over there. Now they cleared away. They have a little bit of a wall. And he's going to throw it! He's passing it to Gurkle! It is caught! Gurkle has the ball in the Nurgle's Leftover section of the field. However, he is open. He does not have a box around him. I have noticed that about Nurgle's Leftover... Oh, I mean, about this Nurgle team. The coach isn't as crazy about creating boxes the way most other players are. He has his guy open. It's a little bit more of taking a chance there. However, Gurkle is a pretty strong guy, so it is... Oh, actually, he's way over here. I was looking at the wrong guy. I was looking at this one here, but no, of course, Gurkle's over here. He's close to the end zone. He does have one skeleton on him, but that skeleton's not going to be able to do very much. And he has a lot of the rest of them covered. Really, it's going to come down to this ghoul that's over here. He's going to have to go for it because he's way over there, but the ghouls are not quite as strong. So he's trying to clear away so some of his stronger players can get over there and stop the ball. Juke the Moldy is now stunned, and here comes exactly what I was talking about. Alright, he's going to put a spine slicer over there, trying to guard around him, coming in for the hit. Oh no, it is now on to the Nurgle team. Pus and Pestilence did their blitz to block the way, and it is touchdown! Gurkle with the touchdown. It is now 1-0. Actually, what turn are we on? Was that only the second turn? That was very fast, especially for, I think it was the third turn. For a Nurgle team, that's insanely fast. You know, expect to see that sort of thing from a Skaven or an Elf team, but Nurgle, I mean, they're not an especially slow team, but that fast, especially with them having shifted one direction and then shifted completely to the other direction, that was impressive. Alright, now we're going to go for the Nurgle kickoff to the Nurgle's leftovers. And there's still a lot of time left in this half. Okay, and they're going to put a lot of it up on the line. They're not going to be very much in zone. They know they're not playing much of a passing team. So they might as well get up there in the front, right along with that star player of theirs. And it looks like everybody's in place. And it's the blitz. Pus and Pestilence is coming in. Nurgle's leftovers has created a very strong line along there, but they left a gap way over here on the right. And so Pus and Pestilence is going to be able to get in and get that ball right away because of that gap. That is Infectious Ted is right by the ball now. It goes into his hands. And he is not able to hold on to it. It falls there right next to him. It's going to be right next to a ghoul, but Infectious Ted is there to run interference. And so, plus just being in the backfield is going to be pretty hard. So, now, Nurgle's leftovers is going to try to do as much damage as they can. They're going to get Infectious Ted out of the way. Go take a nap, Infectious Ted. Infectious Ted is now stunned. He's stunned that he got knocked down so hard. So, Nurgle's leftovers is going to be able to get to that ball. They're going to be a little bit delayed because they had to spend some resources to get rid of Infectious Ted, but that is going to be made up with the fact that it's so close to the line. And here comes the Corpse Slicer to pick up the ball, and he's already got half a box around him. And there's a double block there, causing a turnover. But Nurgle's leftovers does have their box. They have one weak spot yet again. They keep having this one weak spot for Pus and Pestilence to take advantage of. Let's see how well they do it. Oh, and coming in for the blitz, I'm surprised they didn't use it to go right after the ball carrier. He could have gone right in here, but instead he's used it to just knock one out of the way. But that is one of his stronger characters. Gurkle, who got the touchdown, is now in the face of the ghoul with the ball. But no longer, because now here comes Lord Ipeth the Displacer, has knocked back one of the other players, knocking back the ball carrier. So he's actually created more of a defense for him. They've lost a little yardage, but now he's well defended. I think that, oh, and there's Flame Face, knocked someone down. I think that Pus and Pestilence lost an opportunity here. They could have gone in and he had a couple of points where they really had a weak point to exploit. They did initially, didn't quite get to the ball the first time, and now they've actually given the Undead their own wall. And now here comes just kind of a trip over on the left side. Mamami. Oh, okay, that was... Actually, I've lost track of things. They're moving kind of fast here. That was Nurgle's leftovers trying to create a gap there on the opposite side. Lost it to a turnover, got knocked down, and now here comes in Pus and Pestilence. They had that wall, but no longer. They're going to be able to knock that wall back and get straight to that ball carrier. They're already in his face. They're slowly making their way in. They're going to knock back that ghoul. In slow motion, Cranium Buster is knocked out. The one problem with the one thing he was going to do was going to be a roadblock right there, but no longer, because he has been knocked out. He's removed from the field, so the ball carrier is now open to anyone who wants to go over there, and they are just crowding around them. Over here on this side, you have the Pus Pestilence really crowding in to Nurgle's leftovers. But now Nurgle's leftovers are going to get them out of the way. Get who was that again? Get Infectious Ted out of the ball carrier's face. They're going to shift their resources over there towards their left, which is all right. And it's important to note here, it is only turn 5. Oh, and they're going to shift the ball carrier, over to the other side, but he can't quite make it. He slips on this slippery field. Can they redo it with a reroll? Yes, they do. So the ball is now shifted over to their right. And they're going to start knocking down a bunch of those Pus and Pestilence players. The Nurgle Undead are coming back for revenge on their living ancestors. So, not ancestors, I guess they would be the ancestors. But anyway, their living counterparts. There we go. Now it seems it's a little bit more disorganized. The players are kind of all over the place, and Pus and Pestilence is going to have to shift over. They're going to send their star player in to take out one of the skeletons. Here comes the Blitz. Knocks him down and gets into the ball carrier's face again. I tell you, these Nurgle's leftovers, they are having a hard time getting away from their opponents, who just keep running into their ball carrier's face. And we got a little bit of a kickback there. Oh, and now for Nurgle's leftovers, trying to get the star player away. They get a really bad roll, and then another one that's still not very good, because they only pushed him one space away. He is still right next to Corpse Slicer. Alright, looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. Alright. And here comes the ghoul knocking down, what is his name? It was the star player once again, getting him out of his face. That has really become their main goal at this point, is trying to get the Nurgles out of their faces. I oftentimes have trouble getting Nurgles out of my face. Alice Bone Collector is dead! We have a death on the field, everybody! One of the zombies has been killed. Of course, when it's undead, can you really call it being killed? He's been killed before, he's used to it. Don't worry about it, folks. Alright, so after that death, we'll just have to forget him, put him in the ground, or, with zombies, I suppose you just burn their bodies, and go on with this game. We are on turn 7. Let's see if we can get to halftime before these technical difficulties just kill us. It looks like it's really slowing down the game. Once we get to halftime, we will fix this. But let's see if we can actually just sort of make it through this. Pus and Pestilence pushing through. At this point, it doesn't even look so much like they are trying to get to the ball carrier anymore, so much as just simply hold them in place. Yeah, in fact, there you just had a knockdown or a knockback without even a follow-up. So at this point, I think it's more a matter of just keep them at bay, because with only 2 turns left, I mean, they are still a danger, because I believe that a ghoul can make it that distance for a touchdown. So they do have to guard them, and they've just created a wall to do that, to protect that. And here they come for the blitz. They're going to knock someone out of that way. Yeah, they're going to knock Krusla out of that way, so that they can, now that he has a gap, he can run through here and make it to that end zone. further opening up the gap. And taking a bit of a risk now, but I think he really wants this gap open. Or maybe he's just trying to injure the players so they have a better chance during the next half. Alright, and here comes the ball carrier rather. Okay, he's just going to run into another... Oh, no, here we go. He's going to dodge and run over to... Now he's way open in the field, though. He is a target for anybody wanting to do a blitz onto him. And he's a pretty fragile player, so I don't think that ghoul is going to be able to stand up to a blitz here. But he is in range. If they can't take him down, and yeah, Pus and Pestilence coach is being smart, and he is guarding him just in case. And here he comes, gets him with the horns, which is a good play to do on something like this. When he's doing a blitz, he has knocked him back. Now he's going to try to surround him. So that he doesn't make it into the end zone because he's got one play left. Oh, he's totally good. He can't hit him, but he can surround him so that Corpse Slicer cannot make the touchdown. Oh, he's really surrounding him. Corpse Slicer really only has one way to get through, and that is that little gap there. And I'm not even sure a skink could make it through there. And he's going to surround just for a little bit of overkill now. So where's Corpse Slicer going to try to get out of this this huddle? It's kind of like he's in the middle of the opponent's huddle. He's just going to do damage to him and try to keep him from being as strong next half, which is a very good idea. Use the mummy on the star player. Did not injure him, but it is the best chance that he has. He's going to use up his blitz. Is he going to even try to open up a gap here? Not so much. He's just going to go up and try to injure. He's even going to put the player into the way of his own ball carrier. That was his only way out. Oh, he has another hit, so he's going to... Oh, yeah, there we go. No, that's not another hit. That was just the skeleton. Again, knocking down more players that are in his way. And he's going to try... Corpse Slicer's going to try to run out and just get tripped. And the ball is going to play hot potato a little bit and fall to the ground before we go into halftime. And there we go. And it seems like the technical difficulties have cleared themselves up a bit, so we're going to go ahead and try to go right on to the next half. Yeah, looks like it's good. So... dead and injured. One player is out of there completely, and the Undead cannot bring that guy back. They can only get other people's dead. So we bring out a dead. Alright, and the Pus and Pestilence is going to be kicking it off. They have placed themselves in a little bit of an arch there, close to the line, putting their star player in the middle. Nurgle's leftovers making a strong right. Oh, no, evenly spaced a couple of people on the flanks with a long line there and a couple people to pick it up in the back. Both teams lose a turn because of a riot. That is going to work against Nurgle's leftovers, who need to catch up here. They have a point unanswered. So they're going to now start trying to make their way along the side there. And the mummies are really going to clear away. Even before they try to get the ball, it's probably a good idea. Just simply clear them out of there. Pus and Pestilence have put a few of their players on the line there, which really just is asking for them to get knocked down. And there's a bad roll. They're already having to reuse a re-roll on the mummy. But he is going after the star player. He's just going to push him back. Alright, and here comes... Alright, one of the ghouls is going to run up forward while the other one goes for the ball. He doesn't pick it up. It slips out of his hands. And with a reroll already used, they are not able to pick it up. But they do have a pretty strong defensive line there, so Pus and Pestilence is not going to be able to take advantage of that and go pick up the ball. And And a big kick to the nuts. But then again, do skeletons have any nuts left? I don't suppose they would. So you're not exactly going to be very effective there. But it did seem to be effective. It really knocked him down. Alright, star player there. What is his name? Lord something. He's going to punch him in the face. I still want to call him Lord Flameface. And here comes Krasla, using his horns. Knock back the ghoul. They're gonna pull. Pus and Pestilence is gonna get over there to the right, make themselves a stronger force on that side than on the other side, knowing that the ball is over there. And we're looking from above. My guess is that the ghoul is gonna pick it up and he's gonna shift over. I mean, it's not very far to their left, what is it called? The Pus and Pestilence are making themselves stronger on that side, where they're a little bit weaker over on the other side. So it's going to be pretty easy for him to get it, run over there, and start going that way. However, the Pus and Pestilence do have their star player, Lord Flameface, over here on that left side. The Nurgle left over right. Alright, the Mummy has raised his hand. He's pulling back a little bit to be in a guard position. Not so much doing damage as much as just wanting to protect the ball. You got a goose-stepping skeleton going back there. And now here comes the ghoul picking up the ball. And just as predicted, he is shifting over to their right. Actually, he's shifting to the center, getting behind one of the mummies. You're going to get another ghoul. I thought he was going to go for a more protective position over here, because now... Okay, that's one of Nurgle's leftovers. I thought that was one of the Nurgles. That's the thing. When you have Nurgle's leftovers versus Nurgles, it's hard to tell them apart. Undead Nurgle versus living Nurgle. Which one is which? I can't tell! But they do have a box. They just have kind of a wide-ranging box here, which is probably a good idea. Because once they push through, they're not in the ball carrier's face. And now, here comes Lord Flameface's hit. He's going to block, and... Oh, no, he's got block. I thought he was going to be knocked down. Alright, here comes Pus and Pestilence from the right side. They are coming in from both sides. Now, here's something that's interesting. He's flanking by going around the left, and he's going around the right. But he's kind of weak in the center, which I think is very clear. That's where Nurgle's leftovers is going through. So I think they might break through here, especially if they can get rid of that star player, which they do. The Mummy has now pushed Lord Flameface out of the way. And now they're going to create a little bit of a gap over there on their left. Krasla has now been injured. With some broken ribs, they're going to have to miss next game. Now you do have this one person right here, Matt the Flatulent, is right there in the center. Okay, now the skeleton is going to go take care of Matt the Flatulent. I have a little hiccup there. And knocks Matt the Flatulent on his ass. So now the way is clear. Actually, he will want to get that skeleton out of the way. He is not. So, there we go. Now Corpse Slicer is going to make his move. He has to run around Crumb. Oh, Crumb! He was undead from the, he's an undead Skaven. Anyway, he's made his way through. Problem is now he is out in the open without any blockers, and you have some Pus and Pestilence folks out there. I'm going to have something to say about that. And here he comes for the blitz. This is exactly what I was talking about. He had no blockers. Oh, and he gets the skull. He has to use a reroll, and all he gets is shoving out of the way. That is going to simply put him close to the end zone. And I guess and there we go. Corpse Slicer has dodge, so he is going to be able to get away from those guys unless he can get some really good blocking in on that. Pus and Pestilence is going to have some luck, and they do not have that luck. They go down with a double block, both of them getting knocked down. So now you go to Nurgle's leftovers. Are they going to take a chance with something else? They are. It's probably be a good idea to just go with the Corpse Slicer run, because any of these others can cause them to lose his turn, or to get a turnover, or to lose that reroll. In which case, which is what he's going to need right here with this ghoul. So he's really taking a chance moving other players. I mean, because at this point, Corpse Slicer is either going to make his roll and make a touchdown, or he's not. And there we go with a touchdown, Corpse Slicer. The Nurgle's leftovers have have answered that point, and now it is tied up 1-1. Ah! We're being attacked by the ghoul. It is now tied up 1-1. Everybody enjoy your human cheerleaders. I'm not sure how that'd be attractive to Nurgle or Undead Nurgle, but I'm just waiting for the. I'm waiting for those cheerleader orcs. I want to see those. All right. Even though you're watching much later, this is right after the Legendary Edition has come out, and so even though I have it, not everybody else has it. So we don't always have orc cheerleaders. All right. So everyone's setting up. This will be the big push for the end of the game. It is turn 13, and so they only have 4 turns to try to break this tie. Actually, Nurgle's Leftovers only has 3 turns. So will they be able to? They're certainly going to put themselves close to the line to try to do it. And here's the Pus Pestilence setting up. A little harder on their closer to the line on their left than the right. So watch the ball going to the right. Pus Pestilence may move in one adjacent square. All right, so Pus Pestilence gets to. There we go. They get to place one of their players right under the ball. That is Rotten Guts Larry. Is in perfect position to catch that ball, and they are shifting themselves a little bit to the left. So watch for that run going there. And Rotten Guts Larry cannot hold onto that ball, and I apparently cannot say his name either. Alright, but they still have the turn. It is not a turnover. Oh, but now it is! They roll a skull, and that skeleton hardly has to do anything. He recognizes the skull as like, hey, that's my face, and just kicks him in the face. Kicks the Nurgle player right on his butt, and now the mummy comes strolling on in. Tom Cruise there is right by the ball. There comes with the blitz. Coming in for another hit into foul appearance. Apparently that guy is just so ugly. Tom Cruise is just like, screw this. You're too ugly. I can't even touch you. Alright, and then here comes one of the ghouls over here on the right. Corpse Slicer, who had the touchdown. And the, what is that? Quintus Marrowblade is knocking them back. Oh, it sounds like they're already losing their turn. And here's this great opportunity for them to get the ball. But unfortunately, they have taken too long to take their turn. Oh, here we go. Now he was taking it. And, oh, there goes... Oh, what was the ghoul? One of the ghouls is trying to slip by to get the ball. That would be a great play if he could, but no. He is tripped along the way. That would have been a nice, fun play for them to have gotten it. And probably the only chance that Nurgle's Leftovers had for getting a touchdown before the end of this game. So now it's just a matter of the Nurgles themselves, Pus and Pestilence, getting it down the field. They have 3 turns to do it, and Nurgle's Leftovers is going to try to stop them. And there is a hoof to the face. That's a little worse. You have Asthmatic Chad is going out there for the to hopefully get a pass to him. He's coughing as he goes. Alright, and that Asthmatic Chad is apparently having an effect on me, too. Alright, here comes Matt the Flatulent getting right by the ball, but he's not going to even try to pick it up. He realized he sucks at that. Oh my god, nobody's going to... Oh, here we go. Who is this guy? You just got the ball, and he's going to pass it, and Disturbing Appearance is going to stop him, and the ball is a hot potato flying between everybody's... And finally lands. And who is this? In the hands of Ooze. A Nurgle warrior right along the line, and you have a whole line of undead Nurgles there wanting that ball back. And a mummy. Slap to the face. Here comes another one. And 2 slaps to the face. Looks like a guy has a monocle, actually. A flaming monocle. I want a flaming monocle. Oh, wow. It sounds like the time is running out once again. These players are really concentrating on this, wanting to get that touchdown. I mean, it is this tie. You know, this is what's kind of interesting is Nurgle's Leftovers is undefeated, and Nurgle the Nurgle team, Pus and Pestilence, I think they have 1 tie. They might have had one loss. We can look at it at the end there. But these are two very skillful teams. Two teams that have done very, very well in these last in this season. Nurgle's Leftovers actually played 2 seasons, and they are undefeated from both of them. And the ball is thrown to Asthmatic Chad. Asthmatic Chad doesn't even respond. It's like he's still standing there just waiting for the ball to be thrown. Okay, ready. I'm here. I'm here. Throw it. Throw it. Come on, I'm ready for the ball. Throw it. And meanwhile, it's just like lying right next to him. All right, I'm like looking over that. I'm just too amazed by that because that was really the only chance that they had to win. This is going to be a tie game. That throw was the last chance of it. So now it's a matter of everybody just either gaining experience points or injuring the opponent. Here, he's going to come in. What is this? Oof. Punch to the face with the gauntlet. Stefan, Demon Hunter, has gone in. He's not even going to try to pick up that ball. He went in for the blitz. Oh, okay. Then instead, we're going for the ghoul. It's Cranium Basher has picked up the ball, and now he's going to run for it. Of course, he can't make the touchdown. He's going to pass it, though. Get a little bit of experience. And that not even close. Oh, yeah, see, he threw it to the other ghoul. This ghoul Corpse Slicer thought he was going to throw it to him, but instead, Carrion Grinder, it goes to him and lands right at his feet. And now, are they even going to do anything? Is Pus and Pestilence going to... Oh, they're going to try to go for it, and they're just going to get tripped, and the ball is going to land pathetically next to him. And that's how it's going to end, on a pathetic note. So, the competition was not found. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Let's go back to here and take a look at what the final results are. We had 7 armor breaks, 1 pass, 1 touchdown on Pus and Pestilence side, and Nurgle's Leftovers had the 1 touchdown, 1 death, and 80 armor breaks. Statistics, there you go. You can take a look at all of that. Nurgle's Leftovers had the ball a lot longer. Let's see. Lock selected, KO inflicted. Just kind of look to see, and yeah, there's that 1 death. That's going to hit the Nurgle's Leftovers. Not extremely hard, though. They get a lot of free players a lot of times. And SPP, Carrion Grinder, gets 5. Corpse Slicer, the one who got the touchdown, only got 3. That's interesting. And 2 for Mamami. 5 for you, probably because of that pass. Crosslaw and Gurkle, again, the one who got the touchdown is the one who gets the least respect. That's interesting. All right. And there you go with all of your dice rolls, the kinds of rolls that they got. And that'll do it for us. Actually, that's new because Legendary Edition just came out. For any of those people who are interested in that. Alright, well the next game will be coming up soon, and we'll be showing that next week. This has been a weekly thing, and this will be continuing to go weekly until we get to the end. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention our valuable players of the game. You, which I don't understand, I don't remember him doing a lot, but Carrion Grinder is on Nurgle's Leftovers, and the first one was Pus and Pestilence, of course. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe to see more of our nonsense, and see us each week, see our many videos. Happy gaming, everybody!